be extra enthusiastic for this.
No.
Hey,
guys, I got extra
ding,
swole for this
ding,
one.
Ding,
Just
ding,
so you know.
my beer.
Ding,
Ding, ding,
The
ding,
extra
ding,
swole
ding,
for this
ding.
one, just like hot Frosty.
Oh. Guys, welcome to Burn After Watching.
Yeah, we burned a movie and it was something.
So we decided we're gonna do a couple of these little Netflix guys because there's always some
Might as well smack up some Christmas ones.
some diamonds in that rough, you know. And we want to get some Christmas movies out there. We always like to do either Halloween or Christmas. You didn't get a ton of Halloween stuff, so we're gonna do some Christmas stuff for you, including Red One, which is up and posted by the time this one goes up. Yeah,
Sure.
This one though is Netflix's new hit movie.
It is a hit.
Frosty.
It is a hit.
According to the algorithm, yes.
It's got 89% on Rotten Tomatoes right now.
Gross. I feel like you were the one of the people that gave it a little fresh rating, right?
I didn't rate this.
Yet.
In my mind, I did.
Yet.
And we'll talk about that right now.
So this is it's kind of a new take on the Frosty the Snowman story. In the Frostiverse, if you will.
This is very, it's got a very Hallmark Channel vibe to it going on.
Which Netflix has
Like
done this for a couple years
immediately,
now.
in like first second, you're like, okay.
Yeah. And
Including Lacey Chabert.
he was in all those movies.
Yeah. Like she's in
I think
at
it's
least
like
6 of them.
contractually that she has to.
I kind of feel like it's a coup that they got her to do this, you know?
Yeah, I wonder if like Hallmark's like, no, you can't do it.
Yeah, you can't come back. You can't come back.
Yeah,
Tainted.
it's like those comedy clubs where if you go to the one comedy club, you can't go to the other ones. Yeah. So Lacey Chabert, Matt, she's here. You remember her from Party of Five? She was the little girl.
She's 42 years old now.
She's just younger than us. I guess 30. I was like, she has to be like.
I did get
30
one
years
white
old.
hair when I found that out. I was like, oh, jeez.
I have a weird white hair that luckily will not catch on this screen here, but it's like just like sticking out. Like,
Those are all the white hairs that they like flip
like,
around.
why are you doing that?
Like Dr. Robotnik's mustache. So it starts off with this widow, Kathy, and she's, she seems a little down on her luck. Like, there's a lot of stuff in her house that's broken.
Yeah, there's a leaky roof.
There's a stair that's fucked up.
And she just steps right over it.
And
we
we find out why later, but
There's no heat.
yeah, everything's broken though, and she's not fixing it because she's depressed, I think.
Yeah, it's just mourning. Everyone mourns differently, man. Come on.
And then you see like a guy there, and you're like, oh, that guy ain't in the house.
They
must
show a
be-
picture of like her
he
and
must
guy.
be
Like,
dead.
oh, I thought he just like left her or something.
I thought he was dead. I was like, he's gotta be dead.
Yeah, James thought so too.
Because that makes more sense with one of these Christmas movies too. Left.
Well, he
It's
just
like,
had like a face of a guy that looked like he was gonna come back and be like, "Well, I'm a big jerk," and like, okay. He's
I
a
mean,
big
and that
jerk.
is a Hallmark formula. Like big,
Yeah.
I moved to the big city and now I'm an accountant.
And
or
your
something.
stupid small town.
I'm an investment banker.
But instead of that, we have a different villain, okay? And he's the town sheriff, played by the most villainous, like the guy that you think. And when you think villain,
Yeah,
like an evil person,
like just gonna chew up scenery as an evil person.
Craig Robinson.
Jen typed me Craig T. Robinson. I was like, is that a
Like Craig T. Nelson.
Craig T. Nelson and fusion dance with Craig Robinson? I was like, okay,
Dauber.
and watch it. I mean,
R.I.P. Craig T. Nelson. He's still around? I don't know.
he's still alive. He's still alive. He's in some show right now. I'm
He's
trying
so
to think what it is.
old.
Oh, he's on Young Sheldon. That's what it was. He's on Young Sheldon.
He plays old Sheldon.
He plays Coach, obviously.
Dauber?
So she's down on her luck, but it's this quaint small town. Everybody knows each other. Everybody knows each other's names.
And she runs a diner with the chef Isaac.
What's the name of the diner?
Kathy's Diner. It's Kathy's Corner.
Kathy's Corner.
Or Kathy's Cafe.
But also, wow, how original.
It's Kathy's Cafe. I wrote that.
Kathy's Corner would have been better.
I think it should have been Kathy's Country Kitchen with 3 Ks.
And it, like, this is the part where I was a little confused because I hadn't really established in my mind that this guy was dead in the picture, I guess. And so I'm like, I feel like the way it showed her house, I'm like, oh, she must not have any money.
Yeah.
And then, like, she owns a diner that's
and
thriving.
then like the next scene was like, oh yeah, and I work. You're my boss, and I work for you. It's me,
Yeah.
Isaac.
It's like a thriving diner. And you're like, okay. Yeah, I thought she was the hostess too when she shows up at this thing and it's like, oh no, she's one of
In the credits, I built this magical Negro. Like, oh no.
Yeah, she was a little bagger. He was a little bagger vantage. But also, I'm just like, okay, so she owns this place and it looks like it's thriving. So I'm like,
yes,
you can hire someone
like,
to fix your shit.
Bumping in there.
Like, you can hire,
and it is just one cook and her. There's no one else working there.
You can hire people to fix that.
How many tables get served?
They probably would fix your stuff. I would dare say for like a cheaper price.
And she's giving away free stuff. She's like, oh, you get to, I will make those special pancakes for you.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
You know that people be fixing their shit like. Just like, hey, we know what happened.
It's a small town. Of
We're
course
gonna
they
fix your
would.
step. We're gonna go fix your.
Of course they would. It's a small town.
Okay.
Fuck.
So we'll just keep going past that. Also, she got some friends at the vintage clothing store, huh? That clothing store.
Reclaimed rags.
That clothing store had like 8 articles of clothing in it. It had more mannequins than it had clothing.
And they were all very niche objects.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay.
Yeah. So Theo and Mel, I think, were the owners of that.
Played by that one woman.
I don't have the. Unfortunately, I do not have the thing up here. Let me see
She was like in like one of the TGIF shows. I can't remember her name.
Mel's played by Sherry Miller.
Sherry Miller. That's
And Theo's played by Dan Latt. It says it on there.
Look at you.
Look
at you.
And they're like just typical small town couple, hanging out, loving each other.
But they have a dark secret. They don't. It's that movie. It's not that kind of movie.
They have no.
They have almost no character.
There is, but they don't need it because they're in a fake Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
So it was fine.
But she comes in, is all depressed, but she brought their lunch to them. By the way, you're the only waitress. So
yeah,
what do you?
I don't think there's anyone else.
Like,
that
you
works
can't just leave and bring lunch to someone.
She can.
Like what?
Maybe Isaac just serves the food.
Okay, man. I'm also serving. This is definitely a food, some kind of service violation. So whether there, she's like, oh, you look really depressed. Have a scarf.
Yeah, she bequeaths the scarf to her.
Like just like a knitted scarf.
Yeah, it's nice. It's like a magenta color.
Yeah.
It's pretty big. It's
Yeah.
nice and fluffy. So you think she's gonna wear that, and she immediately walks out of the store and puts it on the snowman.
And just gives it to this random fucking snowman.
Now, if throughout this whole movie, people are just making fucking snowmen. Did they say anything about a snowman contest or something? Because legit,
somebody made a
several
snowman.
scenes in this movie, people are just making snowmen.
Yeah.
But most of the snowmen are normal snowmen. There's a frog snowman.
Dude, I hope it's in a competition, because one of the best snowmen's gone.
There was a cool frog. There was a really cool frog.
Like
Which
a dinosaur.
I thought that would have been cool if they put that on there and he became a prince. That's what I thought was.
Yeah, I saw the giant dinosaur and I was hoping they would like have
giant
a
dinosaur,
rampage.
exactly.
Like,
but then they had just a couple. They had a bunch of regular snowmen, and then they had one snowman that was chiseled out of marble.
Yeah, like definitely made by like a fully gay guy. Like it was just like, let's go.
Also, like it was a nice sculpture. It wasn't really a snowman. There's no way you could do snow like that. It wouldn't stick.
I mean, you could if you knew what you.
Yeah,
did.
if you made it into ice and then sculpted it. Yes.
He's like, I've seen this before.
Perfectly sculpted snowman, and she goes, "Oh, this will look better on you." And she just got that from someone, and then she's immediately puts it on a snow outside.
And it's a small town, and it's on the same boulevard.
It's the same rate. It's right outside of there.
It's feet away.
It is right outside.
So they're gonna see it and be like, "Oh, well, fuck." That's like the best case scenario here.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, fuck. I guess she didn't want it.
She immediately puts on a snowman outside. She goes, "You need this more than I do," and she walks away.
Depressed.
And
also, she definitely needs it.
Yeah.
She has no heat in her house.
And plus, she doesn't seem to take care of herself. That's kind of the thing.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Jesus, lady.
Yeah. So, I mean, but we have to do this for the movie to keep happening. So, luckily, this somehow is a magic scarf. For reasons?
You see, when you put it on, you see a little twinkle in his hot little eye.
I didn't even notice that.
It's like just underneath, like.
I think I was too
busy
busy laughing. I was too busy laughing.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the fuck?
It's definitely like a fun.
You immediately took the scarf that somebody gave you and put it on an inanimate object. It's like you wrapping around a telephone pole and being like, you need this, and then walking away.
So of course he comes to life.
That night. It takes hours. Because it is daytime when this happens. At nighttime, though.
And according to him, he was aware since she put the scarf on her, so he was just there like...
Yeah, she's like, help me!
I can't breathe! So I put Snow Dilf is better than No Dilf.
He was also a child, so I mean, also because he was just born. So he knew nothing. At all. He didn't have a name.
Well, you could tell the actor whose name I did not write down.
Dustin Milligan.
the character's name is Jack, channeling.
He didn't have a character name.
Was channeling Frosty. Was channeling the Frosty from the classic Frosty the Snowman.
And I would have given the movie 5 stars and went, "Happy birthday!"
If only.
He didn't do that.
If only. That was not. It's not.
Instead, he was just. He turns to a human that is yoked. Like this dude. That's no days off. Like
and no food. Like he definitely like is on the Wolverine diet where he like just he's like
I don't know what
did
they do this to him. They're like you have to have 0% body fat or something.
100%. You can tell because his face was so fucking.
That's what like he wasn't even handsome anymore. Like
wrinkled. Like,
he's like skeleton.
You're like oh god.
He looked like Emotep before he got his full face.
Danny Lavoie is like we need to feed this guy. It's like, yeah, hopefully he's eating by now. He's in the number one movie on Netflix.
I didn't know who he was. He was in Schitt's Creek. I looked him up afterwards. I'm like, every picture of him looks better than this guy.
Yeah.
Like every picture.
But not his bod.
Also, the beard he had. I was like, he looks really good with a beard. They didn't give that either. Just his face with like.
Matt, how do you not have beards?
No, I'm sorry, man.
Hot Frosty's don't have beard. Also, you make a beard out of snow. This guy for here.
Well. There's other things we need to talk about how they made him out of snow, but we're not there yet.
So mannequin scenario, man, is he's just, it's like he's
so now he's butt-ass naked.
And he's like wandering around his dick hanging out with a scarf on.
His dick is hanging out. Is his dick hanging out?
Well, no, it is because old lady sees it and she like,
look
at dick.
But what if it was a Ken doll there? That would have been equally as...
I don't know. I don't think she would have understand this.
I don't know, man. It's so weird.
And the guy would have been like frightened. I think
did he like faint or something? He fell down.
And he got knocked over.
Yeah, like a dog.
Or because the dog fell over.
Like, that was Mortimer, by the way, the old guy. I remember that.
You remember that? Wow.
Ethel and Mortimer. You know why? Because no one has those fucking names anymore. I don't care what time you're in.
This shit old.
They gotta be like 150 years old.
What if he is? What if he is the original?
They're born during the Dust Bowl.
What if he's the original Mortimer Ichabod Marker?
I was hoping, but that again didn't come up. So he was like, I was a magic marker, and they put that scarf around me, and I became a human.
Bill Cosby, what?
Hey, we can't talk about that.
So he immediately falls through a plate glass window, and is fine. And I was like, oh, he's like invincible. Or something.
Oh yeah, he fell. I was like, oh, maybe he's got like a super strength or something, because he like kind of
vulnerability.
Like it's hard to break a glass window just falling into.
And like the glass is on him, so. Theoretically, he was hit by the falling glass.
Went through it, and he's fine. So then he finds some of the clothes. It's this vintage shop.
We wanted a darker movie, I think is our problem.
Would have been better.
Yeah.
Would have been better.
Just like a patch where his dick should be. He was like, Cronenberg.
I was hoping Ken doll. Like he was just Ken doll.
Like I said, I wish it was a carrot.
Or cloaca.
What if he had a carrot, but the carrot didn't change to human flesh? It's just like the carrot was still there.
Or it was fleshy, but it was shaped like a carrot still, so it had it came to a taper. Yeah.
The balls were like...
guys, we're going to do a special edition where we just talk about what his dick
and reenact this.
What his dick probably looked like. See, I was hoping... I did some research on this.
We're hoping.
I went back, and he did have, like... He had no legs. It was, like, the top half of Snowman, and the bottom, it kind of, like, tapered off right around where his hips were.
Jamie saw right away and she looked like a dick.
Because Jen kept going, he's got a dick. The guy, I'm like... Okay, so somebody sculpted a fully formed dick on this guy.
Yeah. Like a mean
fully
hog.
Like put all the veins in there. You know what, Matt? Put the vas deferens. They got a mushroom tip.
Up, Matt. What if you're both right? What if they sculpted originally and they're like, we can't show that dick, and they put the snow.
Yeah, okay, all right. Okay. I think you're onto something there. We're gonna do about 20-30 minutes afterwards where we just talk about the dick. So
it'll be a special Patreon. Okay. Hit us up.
So
we'll start it soon.
So now he steals some clothes and he's kind of stumbling throughout the neighborhood.
Oh, and he says, I hate this already. He says, I was made of snow. Now I'm made of hot snow.
I didn't hear him say that.
That was the first, one of the first lines he said to Lacey Chabert when she found him, and she's just on board with this. By the way, she's like, oh, he's a crazy guy, but also maybe he's a
beefcake. He's a beefcake.
Yeah. It's been a while because my
husband he has died all muscle and she has not been laid in a while, obviously. So it says fully nude aside from a tastefully large scarf. That's what it says in the synopsis.
Which also, by the way, is fully glued to like his junk because he's like.
Oh yeah, when he gets up in the thing, it's like
it's hopefully there was an intimacy coach for that scene.
So then the next day we get our sheriff mustache twirly, Craig Robinson, And
who is the most like menacing. You're like, oh, I feel the gravitas.
And his deputy Joe Truglio, who thanks for being there, Joe.
Yeah, I'm glad he's getting paychecks.
Like Joey wants you to play this character. He's like, I already got a guy in mind, the guy and everything.
Yeah, he's like, wait, we haven't told you what character he says. It doesn't matter.
He's like, I already know what you're hiring me for. I'm not Mustache Twirl.
Yeah. I'm not Hot Frost. Yeah, I get it.
Oh, that would have been much better if he was Hot Frost. Much better. This movie would have another 5 stars.
Yeah.
Planned. Guys, it was your ball and you dropped it.
Okay, so Hot Frosty 2, Matt. Can we turn him into a snowman in some way?
I think Hot Frosty 2, this will be a hot chick.
Because you know it's going to be a Hot Frosty 2.
This perv that makes snowman's going to come back and be like, I'm going to make some points this time.
And they're going to cover like a Christmas tree.
Tastefully covered.
Leaf or something.
Yeah. But you know, if you could see it, full nipples.
Tickle bitties.
Yeah. It'll be played by like...
I mean, the Hot Frosty Man snowman had nipples. And you're like, okay, well... He got into this.
Perfectly formed.
He got into this.
Perfectly formed, not snow.
Like he was into whoever carved this was into this.
Okay, so they're like, oh, we gotta find these people, and the people in the Mel and Theo are like, we're fine. It just was a broken window.
I put Craig on something like, wait, he's the mean cop.
Yeah. and they're like, yeah, we're fine. It's just a broken window, and they took like an article of clothing that's basically used. So like, it's fine.
Yeah.
He's like, we're gonna find these people.
My old galoshes. He's like, oh, okay.
We're gonna arrest him because I'm gonna be sheriff soon, or like.
He is sheriff.
He made it sound like he just became sheriff or something like that, or he's gonna be sheriff. And so, but he's all like angry, and he's like, I gotta find him. It's like my legacy basically is to arrest this guy who accidentally probably broke a window, or maybe on purpose.
Well, Matt, this town is very safe. There's nothing going on. What else are you gonna do? Let's go. Get a cat from a tree.
In the synopsis, like, you might guess where the film goes from there. Yeah, you can guess it, so you could write this film yourself. Now we have Jack trying to lay low, and this is where he first stumbles upon Kathy, who, sees, like, she's like, oh, you must be cold, you're out here. He's like, oh, I'm actually warm. Because I'm snow.
Oh, well, no, at this point, he's already going with Kathy. When the cops are looking for him. Kathy.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
Kathy
then what's next there?
So then because he keeps like talking about his feelings, like he's like, oh, I have a different feeling, and you're like, oh, he's like turned on right now. Like
he is not a good actor. Was he a good actor in Schitt's Creek? Because he was in Schitt's Creek.
I mean, I felt like he was cast correctly in this.
I feel like he'd first started acting. I feel like this was his first part. Like, that's what it felt like to me. And until I didn't know he was the Schitt's Creek guy until afterwards. I was like, he's terrible. He's like, sounds like he's reading off a cue card most of the time. And I guess the lines were probably written very badly, because that's what you do in these movies.
Another inference that he has a big old hog down there was that the old lady, in the report she gave, the police kept insisting that he was doing a public service.
Well, also because he was like super chiseled, so everybody likes looking at abs, right? I mean,
but he's got a big old dick too.
Mortimer don't got no abs. He probably looks like a bag of dirty laundry. Like, give him a break. Right, Mortimer? He knows. He knows what he looks like. He don't look like this, that's for sure.
What if Mortimer was also jacked and you're just like making fun of this guy?
Mortimer don't look like this, that's all I'm saying.
Like, he's wearing a t-shirt.
1% body fat. Abs weird. Under here. These are my muscles. These are my muscles.
It's just one big ab.
These are my muscles right here.
Yeah. Well,
look at the. I'm shredded. Just like Hot Frosty.
You also have a really bad tan line.
Don't look at that part.
This is a really bad tan line.
Look at that part. Then they kind of play him. They play him like a shitty version of Elf, where he's like, a newborn in this new world.
The babe in the woods, if you will. It's that old trope. We're not going for anything new. No new ground is being tried. Although we do find out that he is like basically a super learner. He just watches on TV and he can do whatever he watches.
Yeah, that's like his thing. Is that he's really good at learning.
So the first thing he's like watching like cooking shows. He's also watching like Nosferatu, and he like makes a.
He has the cross eye?
Yeah, like,
it doesn't make any sense.
Does he get religious?
Did you learn that earlier in the movie before that? I don't know.
Maybe Nosferatu, they get him with a cross? I don't know.
A good crossover promotion for the new Nosferatu movie, though, starring Bill Skarsgård, so.
That's the right Skarsgård for that.
And they were going to get Stellan's car, so I was like, I don't want to do that.
I'm not doing that. I'm too old.
Stellar skateboard.
That's one for my because I think they
both
both had really
excellent.
good.
They both
Yeah,
excellent. So it seems the only word he knows is love.
What she says like several times there, and then she's like, "You gotta stop fucking saying that."
And she's like,
You gotta earn love.
Yeah, which I mean he does, but
Yeah, like within 5 minutes, like
Yeah.
5 or 6 minutes. This movie's not that long, guys. It did feel long, but it was not long. Yeah, so he is like, oh, he's snooping around. He finds pictures of the dead husband.
yeah, like she's like, stay at my house. I gotta go to work. Just learn and stay cool because they're looking for you. The sheriff's looking for you. So he just immediately starts watching movies, then going through all her shit. He also spends
He's a
money
fucking kid,
on a computer. You somehow finds out how to use a credit card and spends money.
Like, he knows how to talk fully. He knows how to read fully. He knows how to use a computer fully. He doesn't know colloquialisms, though. So, like, she keeps saying them, but only at the beginning of the movie. Because, like, near the end of the movie, she'll say a couple things in it, and a stitch in time saves 9. And you're like, oh, I totally get that. And you're like, okay, well, you didn't get
He probably
it
saw that
earlier.
in a movie. He saw it on a show. He watched a lot of Blue's Clues, and he was like,
The writer's a little inconsistent. I do. He made 2 pizzas.
A little inconsistent?
He takes the one pizza out and puts it in the fridge, so you can eat the pizza with her.
It's a cold pizza.
Yeah, I was like, you like that? I do like that.
I guess.
Sure, let's go.
He has guts, so I guess he has. Even as a snowman, can eat food.
Do you think that they designed his guts first, and then they put the snow body around the guts?
They must have, right? Because that's the only thing that makes sense in this whole scenario.
Nothing makes sense here. We'll just
Also,
from that premise.
He got a shit. Like, how did that work?
Yeah, like, dude, the first time he shit,
Does the snowball
think
come
about
out?
that. Like, did he come? Did he just like come when he shit? He's like, oh, this is a fucking great feeling. Oh, like. Oh, I love shitting. Yeah. And he just like talks to him about shit for half a day. He's like, hey, you gotta cool with the shit talk, buddy. He's like, I know shit before.
It's like poop came out of my butt, and it was cool, and I just left it in the toilet upstairs.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to flush
Yeah,
it.
he doesn't know how to
Like,
flush.
just be a big,
white
cold, like a big frozen.
Yeah,
germ
is it a snowball? God damn it! I didn't even think about that. Okay.
You must feel a bit like Alice.
Keep going.
Tumbling down
Keep
the
going.
rabbit hole.
Keep going. God damn it. So yeah, obviously you can kind of feel Kathy's grief.
Does he come soft serve? Oh, I'm sorry, this last time. Spirals out.
You'll never find out.
Never.
She does play the character well as it's a character with grief. Although you can tell she's kind of like trying to get over the top of it finally. Like she's in that place where she's like, I can maybe do something about it, even if it's like staying neutral. It still seems like maybe she's coming to terms with her husband dying at least.
Kind of, yeah. Although she keeps backsliding. We don't even know like how long it's been since he passed.
No, we don't. It seems like it hasn't been that long.
Yeah.
But you can't.
But it also seems like a lot of
months or 2 years.
Hey, get over it.
It could be 3 months or 2 years. You can't really tell. So, but then he's outside because he's learned roofing and stuff. So he starts fixing the house.
What a nice guy.
But he's outside and MILF lady drives by.
Which that lady is the
Lauren Holly.
Lauren Holly is the mom in what's the show? Jesus.
Hopefully she's a MILF in that.
No, the Jill State show Family Law. Okay. And so I was like, oh, it's so from Family Law.
Sure.
Lauren Holly,
So she sees him. She
She
almost gets in a car accident. She's like her tongue wagging like
you gotta come fix
the tropiest.
and then you're like, I'm gonna push the car. Oh, I'm pushing the car. Oh, you're pushing
and
the
she's
car.
like, oh yeah, you're pushing it, baby.
Like,
and then she like brings him to meet her other older.
Yeah, and they're all like having a little coffee
older
clash
lady friends,
thing, and
her
then
cougar,
watching
her
it,
cougar gallery, and he's like fixing light bulbs with his shirt off, and they're like, cool, okay.
You know what? Hey,
right. Also, Kathy had said don't leave the house, so he of course
defied her.
He immediately did do that.
He knows better. He's a man. He's a snowman, not a snow lady, and that's a scientific fact.
Okay, what's next after this stuff?
I mean, so after that, she. Hold on, I lost my spot.
Okay.
Okay, so then after he gets back, she like kind of like dresses him down for like leaving. And
he's a stupid baby, so he doesn't really know.
Yeah, he's a big dumb baby. And he's like, well, I didn't just want to wait around. I'm supposed to be helping people. You said I should help people, so I'm helping people. And I want to get a job. Oh, and the outcome of him fixing the older woman's house is she's like, oh, you should work at the school.
The middle school.
And you're like,
and he just does that.
What? Yeah, he just like goes.
And he immediately gets a job.
He doesn't have ID.
As a maintenance person.
He doesn't know how to. Is he as a maintenance?
That's what
he's
working
with
person.
kids.
The maintenance person. That's what they call him. I was like,
I
okay.
he's a camp counselor or something. He's like working with children directly.
Yeah, he's like the next scene that they show him in there.
When you were at school, was like a janitor just hanging around talking to you?
Probably if he was a molester.
Yeah. He's like, come in this class with me. You're like, okay. And I was like, I'm uncomfortable. I told you, I'm uncomfortable with this part.
At least you had a shirt on, okay?
They do get a shopping montage too, where he gets new clothes, which is nice.
Yeah, obviously, at times she seems to have no money. At times she has way too much money.
No, she's just all on credit. Like she's fucked. She's fucked after this. Like she's not getting out of debt. It's just not happening. It's not happening. Like, because I spent like $2,000 on this thing. Oh, I bought you this thing. I bought you this thing. Oh, it's on your credit card. I'm making money. How? You don't have a last name. Who did you send a check to?
Maybe they just give him cash to look under the table. Could be something like small town.
School.
Small town.
It's a school system.
Small town though.
The system's probably like owned by a bigger school
It's
system.
a small town though.
That's how it works in a small town. Like
small
the
town.
Bigger school
You live and
system
die in a
is
small
owned.
town, okay?
In a small town, that's good enough for me. Do you think this is Craig Robinson's best performance to date?
No. Maybe worse. I hated it.
He gets a monologue. It's a full monologue.
I hated it.
This movie. He also fixes all of her house except for the heat, but that's because
he wants to be cold. That's why.
Cold.
He wants to be cold. He's got to be freezing cold.
He gets invited to a dance.
Well, he's going to be the chaperone.
He's the chaperone for the dance.
Yes. And so he asks...
But he sees like a guy asking a girl to the dance. And he basically is like, encourages him to do it.
We find out later that's Craig Robinson's character's son, by the way.
I didn't even...
Yeah, that's his son.
Okay.
They find that in the jail scene later. But, yes. So he asks Kathy to come to him to the dance. And she says yes.
Let's go.
And she's like, I'm starting to fall for this 8-year-old in a little hunky man's body.
Like just a little dumb little boy.
He might be
hot body.
31 degrees.
Is this the new Big? So you're saying this is like the new Big?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If Big was cold, if she also was in
the
dead
13 going on 30.
Because he was 31 degrees. He was below freezing. He would have been like, if you were that cold, if you're that cold, you're radiating cold at that point. Anytime he was here, you're like, whoa. Like,
should this have been called 13 going on 30 degrees?
Maybe.
Better title than Hot Frosty.
Hot Frosty's a dumb name.
It is. But that's why I watched it. Oh, okay. So yeah, they go to the dance. They get real close. He's like, oh, we can dance close. And he's like, I'm real hot. I gotta go outside. I'm sweating.
Yeah, and at this point, you're like, oh, he's still a frozen person. Even though he's got skin, he can melt somehow, I think.
It's like coming out of his pores or something.
Yeah, he just like is sweating a lot. Although every time he goes, I'm like really hot, and they show him really wet. The next scene, he's always fucking dry. Like he just goes outside, and immediately the water goes away.
Because he's outside where it's cold, man.
Yeah, but you're still like wet. You'd be like frozen or something. It's so dumb.
Sublimates.
It happened 3 or 4 times in the movie where this happens, and the next scene.
You want to see a wet guy hanging around?
No, that's what fucking is supposed to happen.
A wet guy.
I want believability, okay?
A wet man.
I want believability in this movie.
See, I'm a wet man. But then Craig Robinson pulls an ATM camera, notorious for their how sharp they are.
Yeah.
But finds footage of the Hot Frosty dancing around with his ding-a-ling hanging out.
Yeah, and they must saw his whole hog on that.
I think you bent over like right in front of the camera or something.
Yeah, like a chocolate starfish.
Yeah. Which is like a frozen chocolate starfish.
God damn it.
It looks like a snowflake, maybe.
One would only hope. He's like, I got him now. Oh, yeah, the shopping montage too. He picked out some suits. And these were expensive ass looking suits. I forgot about that.
No, these were so expensive.
Yeah.
There's no way he would, anyone who's buying these suits.
I was like, she must have like $1 million. Like, what?
I don't even fucking understand. but they cannot fix her house.
Yeah.
Like, damn it.
That's depression, Mike, okay? That's what it is.
Okay, but like somebody's got to come over and be like, hey, we got to help you out. Like, she has no family.
Somebody's bringing her like
a
casserole or some bullshit. You're like, I don't know.
She has a mom, a dad? What the fuck?
Somebody bringing her casserole. That's all I'm saying. Like, maybe she has no friends. Maybe she has a Theo and Mel are friends. What the hell? I don't know. They give her a scarf instead of like food.
So at this point, Craig Robinson comes in and arrests him on Christmas Eve. We find out that everyone in town believes he's a snowman.
Yeah, everyone
except for Craig Robinson.
Everyone believes it. Not only believes he's a snowman,
Universally,
but it's okay with him being a snowman. They're all like, "Yep."
There's no further questions here. Fuck.
And then he takes him to the holding cell.
Oh, man, there's some funny stuff here. You got no fingerprints.
No, there isn't.
No fingerprints because he's a snowman.
And he's like, "You must be a spy, so I'm just gonna leave you in jail." And
he's
like
a sleeper agent.
And obviously, Jack is a dumbass, so he's just like, I don't have any. By the way, does he get... Never mind, we'll talk about them now.
Does he get him now?
Does he get him later, yeah. But okay, so then he gets put in
like, oh, you need $2,000 to get him out.
Yeah, but... Well, no, first he's like, I'm not going to deal with this, basically.
He's like, you can come get him on the 26th.
Yeah, on the 26th.
Closes the door and leaves.
Like, nobody's there. There's not a single police person there.
He's going to starve for 2 days?
Yeah,
if it was a regular person.
He's going to sell for 48 hours.
Jesus!
With nothing. He can't go to the bathroom. It's just the cell is like as big as this table. You're just gonna leave him in there.
Like your legacy is gonna be Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah, like okay, and like he has a deputy. He could be like, deputy, you're in charge of this or something. Instead, he's like, I'm so mad at this guy because he's foiled me or something.
Which he didn't. He never lied to him even.
Nope. But I'm gonna keep him in jail for 48 hours. And so the whole town rallies because they're like, we know he's a snowman and we love him or something.
Well, and so she goes down and she's like, I only got this much money, gotta let him out. And then
she had to go into her safe.
Yeah.
And it's like, I hope I have $2,000 in there.
And he just like grabs money and like rifles it.
But it must have been a bad day at the store. Christmas Eve, you would have made some fucking money, by the way.
Well, maybe she closed it early for the party.
No, she would have fucking made money. Under $2,000 in her safe? No.
Maybe she had just dropped it at the bank.
Bullshit. But so she gets out the money that she has, and she's like, I have this much money, let me out. She's like, no, it's $2,000. So then the town's like, I got money, and like
pass the hat around.
Yeah, Mortimer. That was Mortimer. Mortimer passed the hat around. His son is like, he's like, oh, you're just $10 short, and he's like, not gonna let him do it. And then his son gives him the $10.
His allowance.
And it's like, dude, just fucking let him out, man. Like. Also, he's still on charges. Like bail is
so they do like a little like oh, is it gonna happen thing right before the last money is, and so I wrote, what sexy person's gonna add that last 10? And there was like a little kid. I was like, pull that on the thumb. I said, I am hot Frosty. Oh no,
we're all hot Frosty. That would be great. It's like, we're all hot Frosty.
I'm like shit. It's the kid. Fuck. Jack's all wet though. They let him inside.
There's no processing him. You just take the $2,000 in cash and then you give him the person. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Also, he still has charges.
What is the sheriff?
Again,
like,
what are the charges?
Indecent exposure.
To who? Did the lady press charges?
No, but he's outside with his dick out.
That doesn't matter.
You can't just walk around with your dick out, Matt. You don't need to have a person see it. You can.
If no one presses charges against it, you can. Go for it.
We're doing it right now.
We'll do it right now.
No, we're doing it right now, both of us.
Also, the breaking the window thing. He was trying to get him in trouble for stealing, breaking the window, but they weren't pressing charges either.
Yeah, and they even said so.
So, and he did restitution. He put the window back in there and paid for it himself. Get the fuck over, bro.
Or did Kathy pay?
He got it from his maintenance money. That was his maintenance money.
And then she felt bad.
That was his maintenance money, okay?
He had like one paycheck.
Mopping the floor.
And it was not enough for a plate glass window.
He didn't mop anything.
He had one paycheck, it was not enough for a plate glass window.
He talked to the kids and they paid him money for it. He's just so good with the kids.
Again, also, that's a sex offense and you would not be allowed around children. In any of the 50 states, it's a federal, it's a crime. It's a federal crime. Indecent exposure is a federal sex offense. Criminals, he's dead though, right? So he's just dead.
Oh, they bring him out and he is like,
he's dead.
Real wet. And like, oh no,
he's also like,
he's dead.
Like, he's like,
but luckily the doctor goes, the doctor didn't go check on him. She just like stood there and went, yep, he's dead. Like, wait, you gotta like check his pulse?
No, this is funny. Because she does say something. They're like, your doctor go do something, and she says, do what? You can't defibrillate a snowman. And I was like, that's true. What are you gonna do? Let's shoot electricity, snow guy.
First of all, how do you know? You've never done it before.
She's done nothing. She's not a good doctor.
Yeah,
We've
she's
established
a terrible doctor.
She just believes he's a snowman to begin with.
Like, whether you believe he's a snowman or not, why would you not try to defibrillate somebody who looked like a human
But guess
being?
what? Kathy's like, oh, he's dead? I'm going to kiss that snowman.
That's what I would do. If somebody's dead, you gotta like make out with them. That's like rule number one.
Well, I mean, if it's a snow person, right? It's not a real person.
Especially if they're
You're
hot.
You're not kissing a cadaver, you're kissing a snow person. Like it's like making out with snow.
What if she started making out with him and he just turned right in the snow and he's like,
In the snow, like, there's like a face through his
Yeah.
face. I mean, that's a different ending. That's one of the alternate endings, I think.
not again!
I was like, she kissed his corpse, gross.
But that brought him back to life, luckily.
He died and is real now?
That's how the magic works.
Now
Okay.
they can fuck. And then we get a Coldplay song at the end. Coldplay,
That was
get
cool.
it?
I definitely was like, this is Coldplay. I was like,
Coldplay, get it? Coldplay?
No.
Because they're cold. It's
No.
cold.
No,
It's cold.
don't even try that.
Snow and cold.
No.
Snow is cold.
Let's go out and I can't be sick. It wasn't that song. It's like a new Coldplay
It's
song.
a scientist.
Oof. Oof. New Coldplay. Nope, wait, no.
This is boring. I'm bored from your new album, Coldplay.
It's like, wow, this sounds mid as fuck.
Chris Martin is not going to give us a like
Okay, so, and is that it?
And the best part
They're
is
married.
there's some
They
Craig.
have a kid. They have a kid?
He looks like a snowman though.
I hope so. I really wanted Theo to be a snow person. Because I wanted her to, that scarf was like the thing that turned him into a real boy. And like, so she gives a scarf to Kathy, and that's how she gets a man. That's what I really wanted Theo to be like, just like old times when my dad would like, see it happened again. It's nothing. Didn't get it.
I'm trying to think of the logistics of this and I can't put it together. I'm sorry.
There's no logistics of don't even try. There's a snowman who had no penis who then has a penis.
This is a great movie to watch with Jamie.
Why is that?
She had a good time. She enjoyed it. She chortled.
To be honest,
Some chortles.
I would watch this again.
See, look at this guy hating on this movie.
It's a fucking terrible movie.
90% of the movie hating on it.
It was a terrible
And
movie.
he's gonna sit
And this is the
Jesus.
hallmark effect though, because they're such bad movies, but they're just good enough that like I'd watch that around Christmas again.
This is why we're here, Matt. This is why we do movies.
Yeah,
like
this
this.
is why we do it.
It reminded me of the spirit of Christmas and the spirit of Burn After Watching.
And the spirit of Burn After Watching was alive in all of us. I would, after maybe 3 times, I'll burn this movie because I can watch other movies. But
And you
want
to confirm that snow dick too. So
I gotta freeze frame.
is there any other
Go back,
time when you
forth,
see
back,
the dick
forth,
flopping
back,
around
forth,
like
forth.
like in the
No, you
scene?
know, because he had that scarf there. It was like he got up and it was like bent with his body.
It was like
It was like a Trump tie.
it was like a Trump tie.
He is
Hashtag Craig Robinson was right.
What do you expect from Hot Frosty 2?
They have a Hot Frosty kid. They have like a Hot Frosty kid.
A kid comes out, but he comes out as a snowman.
Or like with snow powers, maybe. You can like turn people into snowmen, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe he's evil. Ooh.
Or you can fully turn people turn snowmen into real people.
Maybe there's an evil snowman.
And it gets like a Cronenberg situation because not everyone makes a good snowman. Like they make the 3-ball guy and they
Yeah, he turns that frog into
and it's like a Cronenberg kind of crazy 8-24 and they're
Well,
crazy movies.
there were like 100 more snowmen in this small town because they just were making snowmen the whole time. Literally,
it's like a thing.
Every scene that they're outside, there's someone making a fucking snowman.
That's part of it.
It's insane.
It's part of it. It's just part of it. You just have to believe it.
So I guess we're not burning this. I guess
We love this movie. Guys.
I didn't love it. I'm
Matt's
not
favorite
gonna
movie
love
of the
it.
year.
I'm not gonna love it.
Did you like it better than Red One?
No.
Did you like it better than Trap?
Yes. Trap is a terrible fucking movie.
They're
Trap
very close,
is
it's
not a
good.
Christmas movie though. So, and the Christmas movies, Red One's still better.
Matt, we're gonna watch another Christmas
another
movie
one,
coming up, and we're gonna get that out real quick for you guys because I want to make sure.
This guy will get it out before February.
Yeah,
most
yeah,
likely.
you're gonna see this before.
Guys, thanks for stopping by and thanks for looking at my new chiseled physique.
Not chill. There's nothing chill about it.
Oh, it's chill. 'Cause I'm hot frosty. Stay classy.
Feeling thankful, yes.